Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of TheCaliEffect, King of Games. I am here with my co-host, Amber.
What's up?
And she is not really going to say anything. She's actually just going to sit in the background and watch the game, apparently. This is going to be a really fun match, as TJ is already going to have some of his combo pieces together. He's going to use terraforming for his Dragonic diagram and then activate it on the side of the field. I got a quick question, Amber.
Yeah.
How does it feel to watch this in real life time? Like, to see me actually record the video?
It's amazing. It's kind of, I don't know the word I'm looking
Surreal?
for. Yeah. It's just like, and then when you put it all together, it's just like, what?
So Amber is one of our lucky special Patreons. She's not really a Patreon, she just sits here. And she got to see me actually edit the video. TJ is gonna go ahead and activate Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix, destroying it with his Dragonic diagram to allow him to add a True Draco heritage from his deck to his hand. He's then gonna go ahead and activate that True Draco heritage, and since he did destroy a True Draco spell card, he can use its ability to draw an additional card. That isn't like the best of the best with True Draco heritage. You can get it to draw 3 cards, but 1 card is better than no cards, giving you a little bit advantage and allowing you to use its other ability to tribute summon an Ignis, the True Draco Warrior. TJ is then going to follow up with 2 cards face down and then pass his turn. Now, I'm going to admit right now, hindsight's normally 20/20, ladies and gentlemen, and I actually got to reflect on this game. I want to say that this was probably the least optimal game that I've ever played with Shaddolls. And there wasn't much I would change, it's just things I would do differently. I'm going to go ahead and start off my turn by activating Shaddoll Fusion, using both Shaddoll Dragon and Shaddoll Squamata as material to summon Shaddoll Winda. TJ is going to go ahead and respond using the ability of Ignis, the True Draco Warrior, allowing him to add a True Draco spell or trap card from his deck to his hand. Now I'm going to get my Shaddoll Winda to my side of the field, and I do use both of my Graveyard Monsters effects. It's just where I use those Graveyard Monsters effects to stop or to interrupt TJ. If you ask me, the best possible time to destroy True Draco's back row is when A, you have the ability to not have monsters on the field, because if you hit those True Draco trap cards, you'll be okay, or B, you have a monster like Shaddoll Winda that can't be destroyed by card effects. So in looking back, hindsight is always 20/20, but looking back, I should have used the Shaddoll Dragon to start poking at TJ's back row, but instead, I'm going to go ahead and activate the effect of my Shaddoll Dragon to destroy his Dragonic diagram instead. Had I hit one of his Apocalypses, the Apocalypse would be able to use his effect, obviously, but Shaddoll Winda can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. Or I'm sorry, it can be destroyed by battle, can't be destroyed by card effects. So yeah, it would have been a free waste of that Apocalypse, and while I do still play really well into this game, I think that looking back, it's always good to look back on your past games so you can reflect on what you can do better. Definitely was a learning experience. I'm also going to go ahead and use Shaddoll Squamata to send Shaddoll Beasted from the deck to the graveyard. That's going to give me an additional draw, and if I can remember in this particular sequence, I drew something that I really needed, because you guys are going to see me normal summon it to my side of the field and then start to poke. Actually, maybe I did use it in that particular order because I didn't have the Soul Eating Oviraptor just yet, and I didn't know if I had anything to get into cards, and I just wanted to poke at the diagram because that's where he gains all his advantage. So I'm going to normal summon the Soul Eating Oviraptor to my side of the field, using its ability to add Miscellaneous Ceres from my deck to my hand. And now I'm going to start going with TJ. I'm just going to start going for the juggler. Literally, I have no respect for TJ's back row. I want that off the field. I could OTK him if the back row didn't exist, or if I didn't know his back row was live, or just if his back row wasn't live. But that's not the case. We pretty much know every time in True Draco back row was live. So I'm gonna link summon into Nightmare Phoenix using its ability to pitch the Miscellaneous Ceres from my hand to the graveyard, hoping to hit that True Draco Apocalypse or True Draco's Return, so he can destroy the Phoenix and I can continue on with my combos. The Phoenix is actually gonna discard Glow Bulb, and I'm randomly gonna select one of TJ's face down cards. It just so happens to be a card that he can use to his advantage. So the Nightmare Phoenix game did not go into my favor this time. TJ is going to go ahead and activate Waterfall of the Dragon Souls, allowing him to add a Worm monster from his deck to his hand. I'm just going to say a True Draco monster. He's going to add Dynamite. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I know that his face down card is a True Draco trap card. I'm just acting on the pretense as if it were. I still need to push for damage. If I just leave the Nightmare Phoenix on the board, I'm in a really bad position. I'm going to use Shaddoll Windows effect to recur that Shaddoll Fusion from my deck to my hand. It can be later pitched for discard effects because it's that. And then I'm going to use Glow Up Bulbs effect to send Shaddoll Beast to the graveyard. Oh man, if there was ever a time I wished I used Squamata to send Hedgehog to grab another monster and then just milled the Shaddoll Beast off of the Glow Up Bulb, that was one of them. I'm going to go ahead and make Nightmare Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen, too strong. Using Nightmare Phoenix's effect, discarding one card from my hand to bounce a card to the deck. Now, this is where, if I knew he had the Apocalypse, I felt that I could have played this better in particular, because I should have used the Nightmare Unicorn to target the Ignis, and then the Ignis would go to the deck. But little do we all know, I actually still have tricks up my sleeve. So I'm obviously going to pay for costs, discarding one card from my hand to target TJ's back row. Now that I think about it, no, I wanted both of his monsters on the board because I really didn't care about them. He can summon them all. He can keep them all. I'm going to get rid of them. Or at least that's what I'm thinking about in my mind frame. And if you guys want to see a competitive True Draco deck profile inside of this format, let's see if we can get this video to 300 likes, ladies and gentlemen. That True Draco deck profile will be yours. It's going to be really exciting. So TJ is going to chain that True Draco Apocalypse, tributing itself to summon the Dynamite to its side of the field, and then using Apocalypse's second ability to destroy my Nightmare Unicorn. Now, I could have made a Boral Sword Dragon if I knew he didn't have disruptions, but that's not the case. I'm going to go ahead and use Foolish Burial, sending a monster from my deck to my graveyard, and TJ is going to chain Dynamite, allowing him to add a True Draco trap card from his deck to his hand. Right now, I'm like, man, does he have another True Draco monster in his hand? This is ridiculous. I'm going to use Overtext Quetless's effect to add a double evolution pill, and now I can start summoning those big monsters to my side of the field. I'm like, oh man, that's a pretty nice board you have. It'd be a shame if someone was to break it. I'm going to use that double evolution pill, banishing a dinosaur monster and a non-dinosaur monster from my graveyard. Those two monsters I'm pretty sure are going to be maybe like Nightmare Phoenix and Overtext Quetless, something to that effect, to allow me to special summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So yeah, there's the Overtext Quetless. Doesn't really matter what other monster that I hit, as long as it's a non-dinosaur monster. It's gonna be Shaddoll Beast. And that's gonna bring out the Big Daddy, the guys that you've been waiting for. TJ's gotten a lot of advantage, but I'm gonna be able to break that board with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Tyranno giving me the ability to attack into both the Ignis and the Dynamite on TJ's side of the field, inflicting some serious damage to him. I think that even with everything that I, had to play through, the Dino deck still came out pretty strong, ladies and gentlemen. So the Conductor Tyranno is going to attack over both of his monsters. No Dragonic Diagram to save TJ this time around. He's going to go ahead and take that damage, bringing him down to 5,900. That does not feel right. So he takes 11 and 1,000. That's 21. Okay, yeah, I guess that does feel right. And then I'm going to pass it back on to TJ. I'm pretty confident in this turn. I think I have the game down packed, because I know TJ is going to follow up with Card of Demise, and I got them answers for that Demise. I got the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, and then he activates the Terraforming. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? You top deck the Demise, or you top deck the Terraforming. So you could have played through the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring this entire time, and it's like, True Draco, man, I heard you were really strong in this format. TJ is going to go ahead and activate the Dragonic Diagram and use the diagram, or no, not before using the Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix to undo all of the damage I've done. He's literally the Avatar. Seriously, he's doing everything that the Fire Mage, he's undoing everything that the Fire Nation has done. And I'm the Fire Nation right now. Like, don't go full Avatar angle on me right now. I'm not trying to have that business. Disciples is going to allow him to shuffle those 3 cards into his deck, and as his Pot of Avarice effect would state, he's allowed to draw another card. And I'm like, okay, this, as long as he doesn't have like a monster to summon, I mean, I guess he's gonna get that monster with Dragonic Diagram, but it can't be too bad, can it? I can still disrupt it with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. I'm in all state right now. I think I'm in pretty good hands. I mean, I have Geico, it's definitely saving me on insurance right now. I don't have all state, I have Geico. I'm saving myself on insurance right now, and he's gonna go ahead and use that Dragonic Diagram to destroy Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix. Now, we know that he has True King's Return in his face down because he searched it with Dynamite. and he's gonna go ahead and activate Heritage for another card. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Do you have the Ignis? He has the Ignis. He has the Ignis. Okay, that's fine. He's gonna be able to draw those 2 cards from the True Draco Heritage, and then he's gonna be able to destroy my Ultimate Conductor Tyranno through the effect of True King's Return. I'm debating on if I want to do it. He's used both Heritage and his Disciples, so I'm going to use Ultimate Conductor Tyranno's effect, destroying itself to flip the Ignis face down. And the reason why is because if I can destroy his Dragonic Diagram, his Ignis now becomes a monster that I can tack over. That 1,000 defense isn't terrorizing anybody into this game. Yes, he's going to go ahead and get that Disciples, but since Shaddoll Dinos can hit really hard, I can possibly follow up with a double Tyranno or just something really strong to finish off the rest of his life points. I just need him not to be able to push for an insane amount of damage and put me in very bad positions. So TJ is going to go ahead and draw his cards from True Draco Disciple, and he just so happens to be able to tribute the Disciple or the Heritage for the Majesty Maiden. G. Did this deck literally just gain so much advantage off of me playing Yu-Gi-Oh? It was able to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, I thought I had him down on the ropes, but the more cards I activated, the more tempo True Draco was able to keep. And that tempo was so powerful, he's going to set a card face down. I'm going to go ahead and draw my next card, see that it's not to my liking, and we're going to go right to game 2. Wow, you guys seen an insane board by Shaddoll Dinosaurs. Being able to completely dominate, summoning so many monsters, throw the entire kitchen sink at the deck, and still come short. What is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? You can say something. Oh, whatever. I'm LeBron James. All right, sure, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and activate Foolish Burial to send Perform Age Damage Juggler to the graveyard, using Damage Juggler's effect to add a Perform Age Hat Tricker from my deck to my hand. Game 2 is hopefully going to be a lot spicier than Game 1, or just as spicy, because if you ask me, it looked like that was a surefire win for Shaddoll Dinosaur, but True Draco just kept pushing those buttons, and next thing you know, they have the board and you don't. It's almost like going to the casino. You never win. I'm going to go ahead and summon Soul Eating Overraptor to add Miscellaneous Serio, and then discard the Miscellaneous Serio and banish it to spell summon that Aleo. And for everybody that says they win at a casino, I want you to do it consistently. You'll probably be contacted by the FBI. Seriously, I'm pretty sure. Look, come on. Stay where you are. We're on our way. So since I have 2 monsters on the side of the field, Soul Eating Overraptor and Aleo, I can spell summon that Perform Age Hat Tricker. And then I'm going to use the Elo for a Link Summon into Link Krebo, and then both of my monsters into an Exceed summon of Abyss Dweller. So yes, it looks like we're going to have a pretty good advantage over True Draco. He's not going to be able to gain those spell and trap effects to advantage over me this turn, because Abyss Dweller prevents those monsters effects or those card effects from activating in the graveyard. TJ is going to go ahead and start off with Terraforming. How many times is he going to get that card? He only plays 2. He's stacking. You can't get it that many times. It's impossible. I'm telling you guys, True Draco is insanely consistent. It's like, it's a headache to deal with. He's going to go ahead and then activate Dragonic Diagram using its ability, or no, he's going to set the card face down first, and then he's going to use Dragonic Diagram to destroy his True Draco Heritage to add a True Draco or a True King monster or spell or trap from his deck to his hand. He's going to go ahead and add Ignis, and he's still suffering a pretty significant problem. While he probably can summon a monster bigger than the Abyss Dweller, the problem is he's going to give me another turn if he doesn't create a board where it's going to be unfavorable for me to OTK him. TJ is then going to activate Pot of Duality and get a Monarch Stormforce. Whoa, winner, winner, chicken dinner. 2 Monarch Stormforce from his deck to his hand. He's going to add 1, and now he's able to get over the Abyss Dweller with ease. So he's going to then, pretty sure he's going to follow up by using that Monarch Stormforce, but just before you get into that, I just wanted to say, for anyone that want to see where this awesome mat is, go ahead and check out that link inside of my description. This is an Imperium Duelist mat. Pretty awesome. If you use the code TheCaliEffect 10 off, you'll get 10% off. Thought I should just throw that out there. No, not a bad idea. I mean, you like the mat, you might as well just get the 10% off too. It does help me, so it's like, So TJ is going to use that True Draco Heritage and then the Monarch Stormforce, using the ability to tribute my Abyss Dweller for Ignis. Now, Ignis is problematic. He's going to use it to attack into the Link Krebo, but instead of using the Link Krebo for preventing damage, I'm gonna go ahead and take the damage. Giving him advantage is not more important, or is not as important as taking damage. I'll probably take 7,999 damage before I give him any advantage, at least that, unless I have to. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with Fossil Dig, and then TJ is gonna fall right into my trap using the effect of Ignis, the True Draco Warrior, and now I can chain Psy-Frame Gear Gamma. Gamma's gonna go ahead and special summon itself to the side of the field, and I'll be able to special summon Gamma's handy partner, Psy-Frame Driver, and we are looking at a really, really good situation for us. Not only did we halt TJ to not creating the board that he wanted created, we slowed him down to our tempo. We also got rid of his only problematic threat through Psy-Frame Gear Gamma and was allowed to search our Soul-Eating Overraptor. So our Overraptor is going to go ahead and search or send from our deck to the graveyard to overtext Quatless. And then Quatless's effect is going to allow us to add double Evolution Pill from our decks to our hands. We are in really good shape, ladies and gentlemen. I think that we just might have game. Another monster on the field does equal Boral Sword Dragon / Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and that's enough to take out a multiple upstart type board. So TJ is going to go ahead and, or I say TJ, I'm going to use double Evolution Pill, banishing the Hat Tricker and the Quatless to special summon our handy dandy Ultimate Conductor Tyranno Mandy. No, all right, sure. And then I think I'm going to be able to get a little bit of revenge. All Summer 16, ladies and gentlemen, even though it's 2019.
Yeah.
All Summer 2, Summer. Dang, that album was really that old? Dang, Drake is old. Anyways, back to the game. I'm going to use all three of those monsters for a Link Summon, trying to figure out, man, can I get a fourth monster for the Boral Sword for the LOLs? And then I realized that Psy-Frame Driver is a normal monster, so I'm like, this is too much work. I'm just going to go ahead and Link Summon into the Nightmare Phoenix and summon the second Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, banishing 2 dinosaur monsters and going for game. What is that, ladies and gentlemen? Shaddoll Dinosaur being able to control the tempo, and even though the deck is extremely limited, not being able to effectively use Shaddoll Fusion, we saw an insanely fun game. So TJ is going to go ahead and start off by using Dragonic Diagram, using its ability to destroy a Tenacity of the Monarchs to allow him to add a card from his deck to his hand. TJ is going to go ahead and add that Dynamite from his deck to his hand, and it looks like he's going to want to set up a board with that. He's going to use Disciples of the True Draco's Phoenix, immediately tributing it off for his Dynamite, and then setting 2 cards face down and passing his turn. This could be an opening for me, ladies and gentlemen, depending on the type of hand I got. Unfortunately, it wasn't the best of hands. It's still a pretty decent hand. I'm going to go ahead and normal summon the Soul-Eating Overraptor. At any given time, I want to blow TJ out of the water. I know you guys want to see me blow TJ out of the water. Everybody hates TJ, or at least that's what you guys say on the comment section. I wonder why. Why do they hate TJ so much? All right, probably. So I'm going to use the Overraptor's effect, and TJ is going to respond with Dynamite, allowing him to add that True King's Return. He's going to go ahead and activate it, and I'm going to skip this part because it took us a long time to decide what I'm going to do, what he wanted to do, so it is what it is. I'm going to send that Overtext Quatless to the graveyard, and then add the big pill from my deck to my hand. I can put a second monster on my side of the field, I can make Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and I possibly can run the board. I'm going to use that Miscellaneous Sarrow, banishing itself, or sending it to the graveyard to protect my dinosaur monsters, then banishing itself to summon the Drakello. And I'm in pretty good hands because now my monsters are protected from his True King trap cards that could disrupt me. So, Allstate again. We're in good hands. We're not Geico. We're Allstate right now. I need to find some more puns. Nothing? Well, I mean, I guess you guys would be McDonald's because I know you're McLovin this game. I'm going to go ahead and special summon a Performance Hat Tricker to my side of the field. And then I'm going to go ahead and make Abyss Dweller? No, I don't think I need Abyss Dweller. But wait, Abyss Dweller would be pretty good if you ask me. The Link Kribo Abyss Dweller with a Ultimate Conductor Tyranno? Huh, that's not a bad idea. But I do need to poke at his back row. And if TJ does have like a Monarch's Erupt, I'll be in a pretty bad spot. Not only that, Abyss Dweller was only great when you can follow up with great cards, like, you know, being able to destroy his back row. And on top of that, I kind of do need to get over that Dragonic Diagram, because if I don't get rid of the Dragonic Diagram, I'm just sitting on a monster that's just going to get ran over. So I'm going to use both of those monsters for the Link Summon of a Nightmare Phoenix, using Phoenix's effect to discard a card from my hand to the graveyard to gain the ability to destroy a card on the field. That's going to go ahead and be the Dragonic Diagram. And now that I think about it, I could have played this sequence a little bit different. I could have actually normal summoned the Soul-Eating Oviraptor, special summoned the Hat Tricker since 2 monsters are on the field, then made the Nightmare Phoenix to discard the Miscellaneousaurus to destroy the diagram, then made the Unicorn. I just would have had 1 additional card in my hand. It didn't necessarily change the game too much. I don't even think it affected the game at all. So I'm going to go ahead and make that Nightmare Unicorn, uses its ability, and TJ is going to respond with using True Draco Apocalypse, tributing that target to normal summon a monster to a side of the field. Or no, actually he's just going to use Apocalypse and use Apocalypse to half the attack of my Nightmare Unicorn. My apologies. I'm going to go ahead and use Double Evolution Pill to banish 2 monsters from my graveyard, the Hat Tricker and the Soul-Eating Oviraptor. 2 special summon, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, your boy, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So it looks like we're in a really good position to run the table for this game, take control of game 3, and show you guys how good Shaddoll Dinosaur are. Now, we only have 1 small problem. The True King's Return ability to allow him to special summon Dynamite back to his side of the field, and as well as my Unicorn being half of its attack, it's not a very great situation. So I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, then 1100 damage through the attack of my Nightmare Unicorn, and I'm going to pass it back to TJ, hoping to get some more advantage. TJ just so happens to rip probably the best card ever. He's going to use his this True King's Return to special summon his Dynamite, and then if there was any card that he ever needed, it's the freaking Dragonic Diagram. Woosah, woosah. He's going to use that Dragonic Diagram to try to get over my Ultimate Conductor Tyranno by destroying the True King's Return, but I got the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring on the diagram, coming in clutch, ladies and gentlemen. Now I just need a card to get this Dragonic Diagram off the field, and I can continue to poke for that 1100 damage. Unfortunately, I don't get that, so I'm just going to go ahead and attack with the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. He's going to use Apocalypse's effect again, halving the attack of my monsters, and then special summoning it back to his side of the field. So this time around, Dynamite is 1200 defense, and my Tyranno is 1700 attack. My Unicorn is, let's not even look at it, it's like 550 attack. I'm in a really bad position. He's going to use the Return again to special summon the Dynamite, and then he's going to use the Diagram to destroy the True King's Return, but I have the second copy of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. I am not trying to give up this game. He's going to follow up by Tribute Summoning the Ignis the Heat. I am forced to use my Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and he's going to use the True King's Return, obviously, to destroy my Tyranno, but not before I can use my Tyranno to flip his monsters face down, possibly buy me another turn. TJ is going to go ahead and chain his Ignis the True Draco Warrior, allowing him to grab a spell card or a True King spell card or True Draco spell card. This time it's going to be Heritage, and then Heritage from what I believe is 1. So I'm in a really bad position, ladies and gentlemen. I have a 550 attack Nightmare Unicorn. He has 2 cards face down, a Dragonic Diagram. How did I lose this board? Seriously, I was on top of the world. Another Ultimate Conductor Tyranno does put me in a pretty good spot, but as you guys can see, I have nothing. I can't even attack into his monsters, and this is where TJ starts to steamroll. He's going to use that Waterfall of the Dragon Souls, the card that he added from, or that he set, the card that he drew, allowing him to get Majesty Maiden, and whoa, all of a sudden, the tides have turned. My advantage is all but lost. It's literally not there anymore. I have a 550 attack monster. I don't have my 3500 beater. He can summon as many monsters as he wants to, and he's going to summon the Majesty Maiden by tributing the Apocalypse. This game is over. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of The Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, especially for the ones that say that TJ never wins. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.
Hope you're having a great day like I am.
Really? That's what you're going to add?
Yep.